I don't know if you are fully aware of who this gentleman is, but I'm telling you, the music that he has created is something it's a vibe. That's just the only way I can really describe it. Surf Mesa, check it in via Zoom. What's happening, fam? How you doing, dog?
Oh, I'm good, man. I like that intro. I feel
I'm just keeping it real, dude. I mean, you create a mood, and I don't know if you set out to do that from the beginning, but you set us right in our heart with the music that you have, dog. Let's go. I'm telling you. And I'm not just talking about Iowa. I'm not just talking about I Love You, Baby. Let's peel back the layers to the onion, man. A young cat in the game, but you started doing music like a long time ago because you come from a musical family, right?
yeah. So, my dad's always been in a band. And it goes beyond just my dad. My like great grandfather has like put out albums in like Western swing, jazz. And then my grandma was like, I think like married the keyboard player for like the Jimi Hendrix tour bus at one point.
So
Uh,
pretty much what you're saying is if you didn't do music, like you would be the screw up of the family.
yeah, I'd be oh my Um, and so, yeah, I mean, my dad has always just like been on this route, and he's a huge jazz head, and so he's always played the saxophone, and then yeah, in his band, he's also the singer as well. So they do like jazz gigs, um, and yeah, I mean, it just feels good to like continue like what was there before me.
Yeah, to grow up and to be a part of that, and to just have it be something that's always been a part of your life, to live out this, and I'm wondering, I'm guessing it's probably a little bit of a dream now, man.
Yeah.
What's it like, dude, to come from Seattle and then now you're in Cali and now you're creating your own, and you're making your own sounds, dude. What's that feel like for you?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely something that I honestly haven't digested yet because um I mean quarantine too, it's all happened like while I've been like kind of locked in and like
Yeah,
I haven't really experienced it all yet. But there was this one night. So through I mean the last handful of months of all this happening, I was able to like I'm grateful for the team I've picked out and the label and like management behind me. But I'm I had this one night where I went to Moshe Shalizi's house, who's like my manager.
yo, yeah. Come on, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And it was like a welcoming for like me to be a part of the team. And so um, that's the night I met Marshmello, Alesso, Cause, and I met Trevor Daniel. Trevor Daniel and I have become really close since then. But it was like this like bonfire vibe, and like it wasn't even like it wasn't as if like it was like a cool like party that like I snuck into or like I knew someone who knew a guy.
Yeah.
It was like the purpose of like everyone to one hang out, but two like welcoming like me like to the team, and so that
To be a part of that. That's what I wanted to get to that, dog. To know that you've got so many of those icons as your friends. Like you're not. It's not like that episode of Dave where you're, you know what I'm saying, where
yeah
you're creeping into the, to the party, but you're there because you're meant to be there, bro. What's that mean to you? You know what I'm saying? As a creator, as a producer, as a DJ, to know that you got all these dudes who you looked up to now looking at you as an industry peer, somebody on the same level.
that's definitely insane because I started making music since I was like 12. Just like making like electronic songs and putting them on SoundCloud, and then even that come up included me like putting it on SoundCloud and then getting the link and putting it in my bio. And so like I'd be like, yo, like link in bio, go check it out. And so that just like it
It's
really
nuts when you think about it. That's where it started, right?
yeah, it's that chapter. So if you come, like if anyone comes from a place where they're just like, yo, link in bio, go check it out. Like I resonate with them so hard. But it's
It's
weird.
meant to be. Let me just let you know, bro. I mean, you put in all those works. I mean, we're talking 7, 8 years, you know what I mean, of just creating and experimenting and finding your sound. So that's what leads
Yeah.
me to IOI, to this record. You took the vocals of an iconic record and you gave it this new life, man.
Mhm.
When it was, the beginning stages to the end, how long did it take you to get to this final product?
Um, that's what's funny is that this song like took such a short little amount of time to finish. Like I sat down with it. Well, okay, so the whole story of like how the song came to be was I was I I always kind of like messed around with TikTok.
Yep.
I got it in the first place because I missed Vine, and Vine was like,
R.I.P. Vine, dog. Come on.
yeah. And so I just like make a couple videos on TikTok and like put it out there. But this one day I was in the Starbucks parking lot. I'm a huge like Starbucks advocate, by the way.
Yes. He lives it. It's not BS, y'all.
Yeah. And so I was just like on TikTok and I was scrolling and I just like came across this artist named Emily, and Emily
Yeah.
is also from Seattle, and I've known of her just because of like Seattle's kind of like a tight circle when it comes to like I guess people that like are like kind of
Creatives, like the music scene, like it's
yeah
everybody by maybe
yeah
2 or 3 degrees.
exactly yeah definitely. So I've known of her, and I saw her. It was like a 15-second clip of her in her bedroom, and she was covering "Can't Take My Eyes Off You," and I was like, wow, I immediately was just blown away from her take on it. So I DM'd her and I was like, well, this is so cool. We should like make an electronic vibe. And so
So lit.
yeah, I literally took the audio of that TikTok and downloaded it, put it in my software, and it was 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. I just like worked on it straight, and I finished it in like one sitting.
Yo. Okay, so that's the reason why. Let me tell you, that's the reason why Mo is sending you the invites. That's the reason why you're kicking it with Marshmello and in the folk and Alesso, because the creativity that happens in that short turnaround, they can respect that, and we can all respect that, because that's you just going with your initial heart and gut feeling for what you feel is right for this particular song, dude. And having talked to those dudes before, having been a person who sat across from Marshmello and heard that mumbled voice through the mask.
Really?
Yeah, knowing that dude, you know what I'm saying? And just knowing how much passion and how much creativity goes into what he does to create music. You're on that same wave right now, bro. And it's super cool to see that this is kind of like the beginning. And getting back to what you were saying, like it kind of does suck that we're all stuck inside and we don't get a chance to really get out there. Like, I think I read that you haven't even been to a music festival.
Ever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like to think that you got one of the biggest songs on the planet and you've yet to really perform it in front of crowds, it's going to make it that much more special when you do get the chance to get out, dude. Whether you're in the crowd raging or if you're on the decks, performing. So what do you think is going to be your first festival? Got to be Coachella. Or damn it, I got it, Lollapalooza. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Bring me to Astro World. You know what I'm saying? Which one is it going to be?
I have no idea. So, I mean, I'm very naive when it comes to like festivals. I just know there's like a huge handful of names and like locations as well. My sister got me into DJing and like electronic music like from a young age. So she's definitely been through the whole like cycle year round. Like, oh, I got to go to this and then this.
Yeah.
But I would just like listen to the music from my room and kind of like be more introverted. I've always been like a huge gamer.
I'm gonna ask you about that, dude, and I'm gonna get to that question in just a little bit, dog. But I will talk about in the gaming world. How cool is it gonna be when you start to create songs for games? You know, have you started to think about that kind of a career path, or that becoming something that's a possibility for you?
Definitely like later. I think that's super cool. Like always, I don't know. I look up to people that do that, like Hans Zimmer.
Yes.
Yeah, I forget the name of the guy, but he scored all the music for like World of Warcraft. There's another guy that did for Halo. And so it's definitely like an interesting field. And then there's like it even like gets deeper into people who have a career in creating like Foley noises for like movies. And so like
you got a hell of a career ahead of you, dude. I mean, just to see the little, I'm looking at the way that you're answering this question, to see all the little things move in your brain. You're like, yeah, I'm going that way for a little bit. Then I'm a beeline and hit this for a second. You're taking over the world in a few, bro. Let me just tell you. I want to cycle back to working with Marshmello and Halsey. This remix of Be Kind. What was it like to get that email to know that one of your icons, you know, somebody that you looked up to, and someone who's a dear friend to me. Halsey is one of my favorite people on earth, and also a label mate for you. What was it like to be able to put your spin on this record?
Well, it was definitely like off the bat, it's like, okay, wow, this is a huge opportunity, yes, but there's also going to be like a lot of eyes on me. And like it'll be my first production post IOI, and this is going to be like a huge like look for me. But I put the vocal stems into my software, and the original track is like 94 BPM.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, like, how do I make this like more dancey, or like what can I do differently about this?
Yeah.
It took a little bit until I sped it up from 94 to 116, so it's kind of like upbeat house. And like I got this.
Are you're proud of it? You got it. I know you're proud of it because this is dope as hell. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on this interview, but that shit is dope, bro.
Thank you, man. I don't know. I kind of have a hard time like liking the music I put. Like,
it's weird. It's like me. I have a hard time hearing my voice on the radio. Like, you're never gonna get used to it. So I feel you.
Yeah, definitely. I had like a hard time starting the project. I put it from 94 to 116, and then I got this like drum rhythm down. And then something that IOI like I take away from is like I've developed my sound from it, and that's that's like the vocal chops. And so I learned that I can like, I don't know, chop up vocals and use it as like an instrument, but like in my own creative way. And so with this drum rhythm into the remix, I chopped up her syllables, got some like transients, and then put them in with the drum rhythm, and then like got this like groove, and then like added melodies. And it took a little while to perfect. So I went to 116, and then like I talked with some people I work closely with, and they're like, a little too fast, because the verse of the intro, it's like she's rapping, and then I'm like,
yeah, got it.
And then I'm like, let's try 110, too slow. Boom, 113. And so
right in the middle. Dude, trial and error, dude. It's those things, man, that you're willing to go there, which is dope, because there are a lot of artists, whether they be producers like yourself, DJs like yourself, or musicians who are just vocalists or songwriters. They're sometimes afraid and a little reserved to really, go there and, and really be who they are. And I mean, and here you are experimenting and finding your sound and understanding what your sound is. And this is just the beginning stages of where we're gonna be, dude. And I'm not a genie. I don't have, I don't have any type of reading the future, but damn it, I know for a fact your schedule in 2021 is about to be booked up as hell, dude.
Oh my God.
It's about to be one of those, and you deserve it. So I'm gonna leave you with two more questions, man. Surf Mesa hanging out with us on Z100. First question before I get to the heavy hitting one about this gaming stuff is the video for IOY. Did you whip around a little extra long in a Ford Mustang, or did you have to give it right back?
Yeah, I got to drive it around a little bit. That was cool. I've never been in like a classic car. I've only like been in my my Honda. Honda Civic.
But that video came together was another thing that set the mood for the record. So I know it was. I mean, it looked like it was beautiful. It was beautifully shot. It just like it was comfortable. And yeah, you just whipped around. I'm like, damn, dude, I need to get a drop top Mustang in my garage at some point in time. I'm saving up for that.
Yeah, a bust down Mustang.
There it is, bust down Mustang. Now the last question for my guy Surf Mesa. We're talking on the legendary Z100, bro.
Yeah.
And just about everybody who I get the chance to chat with, I got to ask them one question, but they got to keep it all the way 100. Mm-hmm. You got to. It's just the rules of the game. So you are a gamer, and Marshmallow's a gamer also. Keep it all the way 100 with me, dude.
Yeah.
Are you better at Counter-Strike than he is at Fortnite?
Oh, 1,000%.
Let's go.
I have like, oh my gosh, I will proudly say this because there's nothing in the world I'm more proud of, is that I have like, so you know what Steam is?
Yeah.
so Steam like logs your hours in games.
It's how much you put into it.
Yeah, in Steam I literally have, it says 5,400 hours in Counter-Strike. and this was like pre like music. Like like literally in my ID picture, I look like so doughy because that was week of my gaming days, and I like was so like out of shape, invested in Counter-Strike. Music like wasn't even like a real ambition of mine. I
Yeah,
I would go to these tournaments in Seattle and compete against like these 30-year-olds who would wear like their gamer tag on the back of their jersey with their
for
name,
sure.
and like they it was a weird chapter of my life, but it definitely outpeaks Marshmallow in his
Yes. And for those that know, my guy is pretty damn good. So you're very confident, bro. And I
so
commend you for staying strong to your belief. There it is. This is my dude, man. This is so dope to become, to become a pal, to really love the music, but to now get to know that there's a really dope dude behind it. And yeah, I know about a month or so back, not even longer than that, dude. I had to add the song. I curate a playlist on our iHeartRadio app. I had to throw ILY on the record just because the first listen for me was one of, like I said at the beginning of this convo, man, you draw us in. It's a vibe, it's a mood, and you said it right with what you're creating as your sound. So congratulations on that, homie.
thank you, man. That's awesome to hear.
Nah, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. So enjoy your time, finish up that Starbucks,
Yeah,
and we're gonna catch up in real life soon, man. I got to make a trip back home to Cali, dude. And when I do, I'm a whip through, and maybe I'll pick up my dude Harry Perry from the beach. You know what I'm saying? The goat, and we'll swing through in a drop. What do you say? Bust down Mustang. We got you. All right, man. You take care, bro.
likewise. Peace.
Peace.